Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shut up. A to B.
Second Uncut. Is that you?
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast on
Like complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shattercast Uncut, episode 367. That's 367, 367 years old. We are ancient. We have seen humanity rise and fall. We've conquered it. They defeated us. We conquered them again. They defeated us again. And this time we enslaved them. This time by making them wear really shitty YouTube reviewer t-shirts. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso. And joining me tonight are the other members of the Furious Four. Starting off first, he's everyone's favorite local courthouse attorney, my favorite ambulance chaser, and T2RX's favorite Little Spoon, Robert D.
Good evening. How are you guys? All right.
All right.
Is anybody
Keep moving. Speaking of keeping it moving, this young guy used to be a former male porn star. He never had to go gay
now
to
he's
get
a
more
female
pay. They
porn
always paid him more just to hook up with all. There's a female porn star with a lovely mane of hair and a beautiful goatee. The one, the only Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
Boy, that could not be further off. I have like no hair. It's going away. So.
You didn't correct you on the female part though.
No.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, I've been losing hair for a long time. So it's always thinner and always looks terrible. I'm like, God, this sucks. And then I buzz my hair and it looks fine for a while, but it's still thin. But it sucks. So.
You gotta get that soul glow. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see all the I get all the shit advertised for
Speaking
me. Like,
of soul glow,
just wear
guy
this
used to be
helmet
the
for
Shogun
30
of
minutes a
Harlem.
day. I was like, no, not happening. So.
All right, well. Coming up, I got a good intro right now. So
Okay,
up
I'm
next,
quiet.
this next guy used to be the Shogun of Harlem. Then he was the Shogun of Jersey. Now he's the Shogun of Ohio, as well as other surrounding cities, such as, and not limited to, Nevada, Reno. Nevada's a state, sorry. Reno, Nevada, as well as Los Angeles, and the fabulous downtown Hollywood, Tinseltown, the one, the only Mr. Greg for Mercy.
His internet's gone.
Greg for Mercy.
God, bring in the energy once every 2 weeks, guys. I love it.
Oh, this is good.
My internet's here. I'm talking. Can you not hear me? Hello?
Where's
hello?
Greg? Guys, where's
Okay,
Greg?
well,
Where is he?
Just introduced you.
I guess we'll just have to
Anybody-
carry on without Greg.
The
Somebody
Shogun
use the PM
of
then.
Los Angeles.
Hello?
I can hear
hello,
you.
Hello?
Greg, I can hear you.
Hello? Hello?
The Shogun of Los Angeles.
Oh my God.
Hello, hello, hello.
Wow.
Oh, that was good. That was
Okay.
worth it. That was worth it.
As I was trying to say before I was so
All right.
rudely interrupted,
All right. So
Reno is the biggest little city in the world.
It has the best little house in Texas.
At Outback, Big Australia is.
Wait, can you guys skip it down? I'm trying to listen to this.
Your favourites are getting even bigger. 18-ounce centre cut sirloin kind of big.
Oh, that's fucking hot.
Aussie balloon big.
Oh, that's hot.
Big. 6-layer chocolate cake and ultimate Great Barrier combo big.
Oh, Outback's going to be good tonight. Sorry, I'm back.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what'd you get this week, Robert?
Okay. So, as always at this part of the show, we talk about if anybody got anything. So we're going to go in the direction. I was going to go with Justin first.
Oh, So let's see. I got, because I am a Fortnite player, which I never knew I was going to be till I was. I got the Snake Eye skin. So that was exciting to see that come, because every single skin I'm like, ooh, I like that one because it reminds me of a G.I. Joe character. And then my wife's like, hey, which character is your favorite? And I was like, yeah, it's kind of toss up Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, like interchangeably. She's like, well, Snake Eyes in the Storm. I'm like, ooh, okay. So
it's Jinx.
So I got that, and then I saw that Hasbro had one in their limited store, and they're like, yeah, you can get it. I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, $40. No, not happening. You know, that's ridiculous. So that did not happen.
Wait, can you pump the brakes there though? Because I know nothing about that. You're saying they had the Snake Eyes character at GameStop?
No, Hasbro Pulse. Did I say GameStop?
No, maybe I misheard.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I might say it, but
no, but the Fortnite Snake Eyes.
The Fortnite Snake Eyes is an exclusive G.I. Joe X Fortnite figure on HasbroPulse.com.
Oh,
and they're like, it's a $40 figure. I'm like, it's the same fucking Snake Eyes you've released 2 other times already now that I know of.
So it really is just the G.I. Joe.
Yes,
whatever,
with a different deco.
That's a cheap move.
Like they put some gray on, like a light gray on a couple areas that are black on the current Snake Eyes, and I'm like that, and like maybe a star tampo on the shoulder. I think. I couldn't believe that they did that. And like they do have some weapons that you can pick up in Fortnite that come with them, but I'm like, that's not $20 worth of stuff. You know, like no way.
So the other Fortnite figures, because I've seen them, right?
They're $20.
They sell them at Barnes & Nobles, they sell them at GameStop, whatever.
Yeah, the Jazzwares ones, they're like $20.
Are they the same size
Yes.
as the new G.I. Joe figures?
Correct.
Same build, same articulation.
Pretty close. Yeah. I would say like you could sit the Jazzwares 6-inch figures next to a G.I. Joe, and like they're kind of interchangeable. I think it's been a while since I haven't looked at the two of them next to each other, but I think the G.I. Joe kind of is like a little nicer looking overall, but it's like basic same articulation, things like that, and like. There's nothing the G.I. Joe can do that the Jazzwares is not doing, things like that. Because I have 2 of those also. Yeah, and they're only $20 also.
So now take this the other way, right? Like, you know, I mean, Hasbro, you know, being successful in retail hasn't stopped them from licensing in the past. So they do it with Star Wars, right? Could you see Hasbro licensing the Joe line to SH Figuarts, Bandai?
I wish they would.
Can you imagine that? And so instead of $20 to $40, you get a $90 or $70 to $90 figure.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I want so here's my ultimate dream. First off, if they license it to figure art like Bandai, I'd like that. Yeah, I would really like that, but I would only go with selective characters because like I don't need a full set of $90 Joes. But one thing I would love, and I've said it. I mean, some listeners probably like, oh god, he said it already. But the Acid Rain people, like, give them the fucking license. Let them do, you know, little like mask scale figures that are like super articulated with weapons and shit like that, and then also the vehicles that go with them. Like, come on. You know,
right.
I'd be all in on that.
They should be producing all the vehicles.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be the same size. The vehicles would be downsized.
Right. They'd be like mask.
Did you just
like
sneeze?
Mask sizes. Not me.
Did you just... Someone sneezed and it sounded like a fart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess the world will never know.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd be like mask size. So like half the height.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be awesome as shit if they did that. If some, like... I don't even care if Acid Rain doesn't do it, but like... Someone needs to do it, you know?
Right. They're missing out here with the vehicles. They're just kind of releasing them. It was just where they got 2 out. They got the Trouble Bubble, and what else? That's it?
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a Hiss tank coming, right?
But there's so many vehicles.
And then there's a Jeep of some kind.
And like, honestly, G.I. Joe is so about the vehicles. Like, the 6-inch figure line, like, you can only do so many vehicles because people aren't gonna, like I don't have the room to devote, to a 6-inch figure scaled like Sky Striker. Like, no, I don't. Like, I don't know what room you think I have. Like, I'm not, living in some kind of mansion. I'm like, well, I'll just put it in the East Wing. Like that'll be my G.I. Joe collection over there. Like,
what was
no.
the aircraft carrier again?
The Flag. Oh my God, 6 inches of the 6-inch scale version of that. What is it? 3 3/4 was 6 feet long. So like that'd be double the size. That'd be a 12-foot carrier if you made it.
Fucking sick. That
But
would be sick.
and then like go back to Acid Rain. Like,
those TIE fighters sold.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, and then like Acid Rain scale, like you could get a USS Flag, like 100% you could, and like it might be, I don't know, a couple feet long, like 3 feet long, but like at least you could do it, So I don't know, it's stupid. Like I don't know why, like a 6-inch line is cool, but they really should have considered going smaller and rehash the vehicles. So yeah, but that's all I got. Oh no, and I also got two Thrustmaster flight sticks for my game that I'm super duper obsessed with. So
You got 2 sticks.
Flight sticks, yes.
By a company named Thrustmaster.
Yes, I have. You can
Do they vibrate?
I have no clue. I don't think so.
They're thrusting sticks.
Flight sticks, not thrusting
What
sticks.
the hell is a flight stick from Thrustmaster?
Thrustmaster is very well known for making various flight sticks for, aircraft, like a flight stick that's in a jet, if you will.
What's a flight stick?
Okay.
Wait, to steer with?
Yes.
I don't know. That's what I mean. I thought it was the dude with the earmuffs out
yes,
on the
it's the guy
waving.
on the tarmac waving a flag. That's called a flag, Robert, not a flight stick.
But it's not a flag. It's just a light stick.
I actually pictured like a little toy airplane on the end of a stick.
Oh, those things are cool. Do you remember those?
So, okay. Now that I know what you're talking about, can we step back again? You got flight sticks, like real size flight sticks?
Yes, to plug into my PC, so I can play my Star Citizen game, but with dual flight sticks as opposed to a mouse and keyboard or a PlayStation controller. So.
Now, so these are for your flight simulation games?
For a space game, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A space game? What game?
Star Citizen. It's a great game.
What?
It's amazing. Star Citizen. I love
Star
it.
Citizen.
It's beautiful.
Like spaceship fighting and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say Space 9/11?
Yes.
That's fucked up, Justin.
9/11. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a cool game. So I'm glad I got them. They were back ordered and things like that, but they're here now, and I'm happy.
So it's like a spaceship flight simulator, or is it more of like a spaceship fighting game? What do you use the flight stick for?
It's like a full simulation. So it's awesome.
Sounds complicated, Jesus.
It is. Well, it has its complicated moments. I've been trying to get some people to come and play it with me, but all my friends are like pissing me off. I have friends who are super into space things, and they're like, it's too complicated. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, you've played like bridge simulator games, and like, you can't try this one? Like, come on. So,
do they have a mobile app version that I can join?
They do not. So. Yeah.
Commodore.
So you need to have like a big time fucking PC with the neon LEDs.
No, you could get away with, like, my PC is like 5 years old. With a
literally it's been growing. Your PC is like a 5-year-old now. Okay,
yes. It gets more advanced as it ages. No, it doesn't. But I did put a new processor in recently. But I mean, it's not that you really don't need like the brand new PC. You just need a solid state hard drive because it takes forever to load. Hold on, I'll send a picture to the chat. Hold on.
Do you have like the water cooled whatever with the dolphin living in it?
I wish I did, but I do not. So let me see. I have some pictures from the game, like in game.
The dolphin.
So
I want to see this.
Yeah, I'll send it to chat. So, but I got 2 of them, and I'm excited because they were back ordered, and I didn't think they were ever coming and such. So.
Why do you need 2?
Because so when you're in space as opposed to being on Earth, there is 6 degrees of motion, up, down, left, right, forward, back, as well as rolling left, rolling right, rolling forward, rolling back. So
right.
You can't do that with one stick. You need two.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's yaw. Don't forget the yaw.
Yep. Yeah, I'll show you some pictures of this game. It's gorgeous. So.
Like, how much time do you dedicate to that? Like
a lot lately. A lot. It's like I'm like I can work or I can go play some games. I'm like, I really need to work though. Yeah.
So like you'll be like, hey honey, I'm gonna go work, and then you shut your door and you're actually playing the space simulator.
I have done it. Yes. So.
Does it have like a virtual thing, or
this one? They are talking about that it's something they want to put in, but right now they're focusing on getting everything kind of working. Like it's really so this game's not actually 100% released. It's still in the alpha phase, but like it's gorgeous. So it's fun. I like it.
Wow.
Yeah, I got sent to jail in it. And you get all kinds of things. So
you got sent to jail?
I got sent to jail. Yeah.
Did you have to spend like real time in jail there? Like,
so
you
yeah,
play the
you
game
do
for 30 days.
You do. So what happens is, depending on your severity of quote unquote whatever crime, you go to jail and you can do things in jail like mine and things like that to reduce the sentence, or you can break the fuck out and then go break into a satellite and clear your wanted level for being wrongfully accused or whatever you want to put in the computer. Like it's pretty cool.
You broke out of jail?
I've tried. I have not been able to succeed. Usually I just log off and go to sleep, and then it's fine the next day.
So what kind of offenses lands you in space jail?
Murdering someone else in their spaceship is one.
Space murder?
Yeah, space murder.
But what if they started it?
Then they actually... So the game keeps track of who quote-unquote started it. For the most part, it's a little glitchy. I have had somebody who has flown over my ship and then dropped their body on my ship, and then while I was refueling it, and they were like, "You need to not to hurt someone." I'm like, "I am sitting here refueling," and they're like, "Okay, that's your last warning. You keep injuring this guy." I'm like, "He is flying over and dropping his body on my ship. Like, what can I do?" So,
what?
Yeah, the game assessed myself as a hostile act towards him. So I was like, "That's
Robert, does he have a case?"
Does it involve space cheese?
It should.
If I specialize in cheese-related accidents. I mean, fondue pots count. I mean, did a fondue pot, was that involved?
So I'm sending some in-game images of the landscape and one of the ships looking at the sunset. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I love it. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And for an unfinished game, like there's so much I'm excited for. So somebody play this game with me. So.
Well, I don't understand. How do you get into a game that complicated? And you're the first person out of all your friends to have done it. So it's not like somebody else turned you on to it and they kept telling you to keep trying. I know it's boring at first. There's a high learning curve. You just dove into this thing.
Yep. So in this case, I have some friends that we every Sunday, like 7:30 to 10:30, we all jump online, play some games together, and we have our little side game night discussion, and everybody proposes games. And like I said, 2 of the 4 of us, 3 of us are big into like space type simulation games. And I was like, well, let's find a new what are we playing now? What were we playing? We were playing the Avengers game on PS4, and we all kind of got bored of that. So we're like, well, what else is out there? I'm like, well, someone's like, I could go for a space game. So then I started looking at it, and then I was like, oh, that one looks beautiful. I'm going to try it, like whether they want to play it or not. And then, I have not been disappointed, but I cannot convince them to play it for some reason.
So is this the kind of game that's like cooperative?
It's probably because you're committing space murder.
Mm-hmm.
Thought
Space
about
murder.
that, you monster?
It can be either. It can be either, Robert. So
you can have a crew.
Yep. So there are ships in the game that are single seaters. There's ships that have a pilot and a turret user. There's ones that have 4 to 6 turrets on there and a pilot.
Turrets.
There's capital ships starting to enter the game. Like it's crazy.
Lowercase ships.
Yep.
So wait, if you have a capital ship, you can have like a huge crew?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that must be fun. Wow.
Yeah, and so the capital ships right now are like they're not fully integrated into the game yet. Like they're just kind of things that you can fight. I'll show you. I'm gonna have a picture here. I'm gonna save it and I'll show it to you guys.
What's your handle?
It's T2RX6. So.
Do you spend more time in jail if you commit a capital offense?
So there's different tiers of things that send you to jail.
While you're on a capital ship.
Yeah. So yeah. But let me see. I'm gonna post this.
Does it involve cheese?
It doesn't involve cheese. Okay. So here is the ships. Some of the ships that they've listed. A lot of these are not in game. The biggest ship I own in this game is the bottom right corner. The Carrack. The biggest one that's currently in the game to fly is this 890 jump on the left side. But you can fight the Idris, which is like above it. And you can park next to the Javelin. But like these are like there's still other ships that are coming that are bigger than this. But like you can just see like scale between ships.
Man.
Yeah, and then like the Aurora in the middle, that's like just like a little tiny general ship. So it's a good game.
But it's Cyclonus, dude. Why don't you fly Cyclonus?
Well, I know it looks a lot like Cyclonus, but it's not. So, and Cyclonus, the Merchantman, is not currently in the game. There's a bunch of ships, but like I said, a lot of these are not. The Kraken's not. The Reclaimer is. Idris, Polaris, Orion, they're not. Caterpillar is. So there's a ton of stuff.
I would like to fly the Rocinante. You don't know what that's from, do you?
No, I don't know it.
The Expanse. You haven't watched The Expanse?
Yeah. So I'm only a couple episodes into it because I just recently heard about it. I'm like, huh, that sounds interesting. So.
I told you about it.
Mm-hmm. I know. What I'm saying. I only recently heard about it.
Man, you only listen to your gamer friends. You know, mobile gamers are gamers too.
I know.
So you've been watching it?
I have, yeah. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in.
No, you're not.
I'm not a mobile gamer either? Oh, God. It's like a new ball around. So wait. So you're a few episodes in season 1?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish I could go back, like wipe my memory and watch the whole thing all over again. You know?
Yeah, I really like the premise so far. I like kind of what they've done with it where, you know, you got the Earth people and the Mars people and like they're kind of at odds, and then things are happening, and they're blaming each other. Like, it's a good premise.
And the Belters. See, what's cool about it is as it gets further on, you go further places, but it's like all these other sci-fi, you know, shows and movies that talk about another galaxy, or we're in our galaxy, or from this galaxy to that. It's like this huge expanse, but it's like, hold on a second. Let's just go a few hundred years into the future and explore our own solar system and see how fucking big it is. You know? And that's what's cool. It's like, wait a minute. We've been thinking a galaxy far, far away, and our own solar system's huge. And there are so many things about it. And that's what I really like about the backdrop, you know? But yeah. So I'm not going to ruin anything, but I'm glad you're watching it. It's definitely a show that you can fucking binge watch. My wife has been binge watching The Challenge and The Real World, and it's driving me crazy. I tried to get her to watch Jersey Shore, but she won't. She thinks that's trashy.
But the Challenge and The Real World and all that's where it came from.
Wrong.
I know.
Like you can't watch Jersey or Real World and not realize that Jersey Shore is the same damn show. Just set on the Jersey Shore.
What about when's The Circle coming out?
I don't know.
It's coming out soon. Season 2 or season 3. Anyway, I don't know how we got there. Expanse, yeah. The last time I liked the space show that much was the what do you call that? Battlestar Galactica, the new one. Well, now it's not new anymore. You saw that, right?
I have not actually. So
I was impressed with that just when they've had the first, you know, scene in space and there was no sound. And I was like, oh yeah.
Right back.
There is no sound in space. It just felt more realistic. You know, they really considered obviously not perfectly, but they considered what would be more realistic in space.
Mm-hmm.
But what's cool in Expanse is like they really focus a lot on gravity and the effects on the human body, and like when they're going into high G burns, like the seats inject them with chemicals and stuff, and people have aneurysms. Like,
yeah,
nobody is safe in this show.
Mm-hmm.
No character. It's not like this cast is not safe. You know, nobody is safe. You don't know who's gonna die or when or why they're gonna die. Sometimes it's meaningful, sometimes it's really meaningless. And that's what I enjoy too about a good story. I don't want everybody to survive.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree, and I don't like when shows are very much like, oh well, of course so and so is gonna survive because they're a main character. Like I can't stand that. Like
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to just otherwise that way I just feel like they're selling me toys.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. You're just selling me toys, not selling me a story.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should be willing to take the risk of losing a main character, and like you can be like, well, Walking Dead does it, but like they kind of don't. Like like a lot of times like they really kind of shy away from the main characters, or they make it like some big like that's the like end of the season,
Right.
big deal. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you're watching it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. So that's all I got. What'd you get, Robert?
Oh, thank you for asking. Now, I got a bunch of stuff. I got 3-0 Soundwave from Bumblebee. I got Flame Toys Megatron. I got the Magic Square.
Who did you order your... I'm sorry. Oh, shit. I was trying to add to that last conversation. I muted myself, thinking I was muted earlier. Who did you get your Soundwave from?
Shit. It was a BBTS. BBTS. That's why I think I got them like a way after everybody else did. I think everybody got them like 3 months ago.
I still haven't got mine yet.
It's BBTS. I like to put in my question mark orders at BBTS because I always have an opt out because it's an old card on file. Yeah, I think that came out a while ago, but I just didn't get it yet. So yeah, I got the 3-0 Soundwave, the Flame Toys Megatron. That came in straight from D4 Toys, and I'm so annoyed because it came to Brooklyn, and I'm in Jersey, and nobody else stateside has it yet, and I've had it for like 4 days, and I haven't gotten a chance to get those first dibs post, and I'm so mad. I could be the person like, behold, look what arrived, before the wave of he has arrived posts come.
Mm-hmm.
But no trailblazing for me. Got the Magic Square, Stunnicons, Wild Rider, and Breakdown. Again, I got them, but I didn't get them because I'm in Jersey, and all this shit is in Brooklyn. And I'm just sitting here itching to go and play with my toys. But Lemon Tree Purple Potato is another one.
How's the build quality on that?
No fucking idea.
Nice.
It's in Brooklyn, and I'm in New Jersey, and I'm so mad.
Sorry. I forgot that.
I heard that it's, from what I'm seeing people saying, it's built pretty well, that there's die cast in it. I can't wait till I get my own hands on it because my gut's telling me it's going to be like the early, like Toy World Orion or the early MMC stuff. That's just like, I feel like it's going to be like that thin plastic, the thinnest plastic they could do. But it just seems like people have said feels solid, just that the transformation's kind of a
Why
bitch.
don't you just have the stuff shipped out to your Jersey house?
Because the way my luck is, then I'll be in Brooklyn for 2 weeks when the stuff's all sitting on the porch, That's the thing. At least in Brooklyn, it gets brought into the apartment, Because that's the benefit of having an office a block away from your house. You can make your assistant get your packages and put them in your house. Also got a couple of Fans Toy Smokies. And I can't wait to post that on the Fans Toys Masterpiece official Facebook page.
Yeah, I knew that was coming soon because BBTS is like, hey,
they are here.
You got to ship your shit in 7 days. I'm like, but that Fans Toy Smokies coming there doesn't fucking matter. Ship your shit in 7 days. Like, oh, come on.
They're like, do you understand how much of our warehouse is full of your pile of loot?
Yeah.
We're paying for your shit to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
You can negotiate, like make them pay you to ship it to you so that they save money on rent. Man, the Fans Toys Facebook page, like the past week and a half, it's just one post after the other. He arrived. He's finally here. Behold, Fans Toys Smokey. Smokey arrived. It's like, guys, you're the 5,000th person. Why are you posting it again? No one fucking cares. You know, so, and they never have the ears out, you know, because you got to flip his ears out. Never. It's always like, oh, behold, Smokey. And his fucking ears are flat. You know, and you still get, you know, right before that, people were still getting in the Phoenix. Like the new release came in on the Phoenix. And people they pull him out of the box, talk about how great he is. Behold, Fans Toys Phoenix. And you're in the Fans Toys group, like nobody knows what figure that is. But they don't extend down the pelvis, so he looks like an Oompa Loompa, and they don't flip the backpack up because he comes mistransformed. So he's standing there like a dipshit. And this idiot's like, he's wonderful. I'm like, you think that looks wonderful? and then the other thing that's always on this Fans Toys page is apparently there's a purple piece, a filler piece that keeps falling out of many of the Thomases that come out of the box. And it's 5,000 posts of what is this purple piece? What is this purple piece? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, I mean that page has just been it's just one after the other. I've been trolling them now, and then some of the fans are getting butthurt that I'm making fun of them. Like, they're like, somebody called me a Cancer, and I told them, no, I'm a Libra, and don't assume my fucking zodiac. Oh, God. Now I just ridicule anyone who posts about their Smokey coming in. Oh, it's just old news. Great, you got it. Great. Why are you posting it?
I can't wait till I get mine and I can tell Robert I see it's going to go over real well.
I'm going to post mine. I'm going to have two. I'm going to post them both. I'm going to two different posts. I'm going to do it over and over and over again. So many people have reported me to the admins, but, you know, I'm friendly with them, so they don't care. Not like Greg. I can't troll in the cafe, or Greg, like, issues me a warning and mutes me.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Robert?
Nothing.
What are you talking about?
What did you get, Gregors?
Well,
he got a cheese-related injury.
I got some hurt feelings just now.
Good. Are they cheesy feelings?
Asshole, I got some mac and cheese. I had a pastrami and Swiss cheese on rye for dinner last night.
Was it warm or cold?
It was cold.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, if I had had some sauerkraut, I would have made the Rachel, but I didn't.
It's a Rachel.
Oh, I don't know.
You didn't want to say Reuben?
No, it's Reuben. Well, it's Reuben's with corned beef. And when I got my pastrami, well, if you let me finish, when I got my pastrami, someone's like, "Do you make a hot sandwich?" The guy at the deli counter, and he was like, "They call that a Rachel." And then I Googled it, and I guess some people do call it that.
Yeah.
So
in New York, they just go, "Do you want a pastrami Reuben or a corned beef Reuben?"
Yeah, that's all I've ever heard.
And I hate Thousand Island dressing. I want mustard. You love Thousand Island dressing?
I don't mind Thousand Island dressing, but I like mustard on my pastrami.
Brush your teeth with Thousand Island dressing?
You know it. Yeah.
Do you kiss your mama with that Thousand Island dressing?
Oh, yeah. Or ranch.
Do you kiss that Thousand Island dressing with your mama?
Both of us do. We both go after that bottle.
The Catalina.
Catalina, what is that?
What is what?
Step
Catalina?
Brothers.
The cotillion? The Catalina wine mixer.
The Catalina wine mixer.
Yep.
Conte
Prestige worldwide.
Partiro. So yeah, that's that. That's it. What did you get? You still haven't said. You got a Reuben.
I did.
You get any toys?
I did.
Okay.
I got. Fuck
Turtles.
you, Robert.
Probably fucking turtles.
No, I got New Age Megatron.
Oh.
And I got new. Shut up! You fucking know what I got. I got New Age Starscream.
Oh.
I got New Age Skywarp. And
You
I
love
got the New
Starscream
Age
now, don't you?
Insecticons.
You love those little fuckers. You know it.
I got New Age Reflector. And I got New Age Jazz.
I knew you were a New Age guy.
And it's finally here. I got Smokey. He finally arrived.
You gonna post about him?
I'm posting about him right now. Wall.
On my wall?
Yes.
I don't know why none of you were in that fans toys page.
I got kicked out.
Why?
Remember, because Matt was having that spat with the one guy, and then all of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm not in there anymore. I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh my God!
I had nothing to do with this, but okay.
What was the X-Transbots toy that just came out? Cup. What's his name? What's the what's his name? Lock. It's breaking on people, isn't it?
I don't know.
Did you get one? You didn't get one?
I haven't got one yet. I haven't gotten it yet.
It doesn't look good to me. I mean, that transformation. Was that Keith's chubby little long-fingered nails transforming it?
I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me,
Where'd Oscar go?
Where did Oscar go?
Why did Oscar go?
How did Oscar go is what I want to fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
When did Oscar go?
Oscar's got 2 wives, as he says. It's crazy.
No, he's busy.
I don't know how he has time.
There he is.
Sorry.
Where'd you go, Oscar?
Where'd you go?
I had to reboot everything, dude. It was just everything was coming in like T-Pain for you guys, and I didn't understand what the hell everyone was saying, so it was a little frustrating.
It's because we all made a pact separately that we were going to talk like T-Pain and cut in and out just to make you think you had problems. So good job, guys. Worked.
No problem. Speaking of which, man, that weekend was garbage. Did you guys watch Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
That halftime show was so boring.
Yeah, it was okay.
Terrible. The best part of it was when they were on the field, you know?
Yeah, that was cool.
Like they had to do something on stage, and it was just so boring. But they could have done the whole thing on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But the guys with the underwear on their faces. I don't know.
Well, my wife and I, when we were watching it, we were like, why is Andy Reid wearing like a male thong for a mask?
Oh, was he?
Looked like it.
It looked like a pair of underwear.
Mm-hmm.
So you were rooting for the Chiefs then, weren't you?
I didn't really care, personally.
You wanted Andy Reid to win.
Well, he won last year, so I kind of did because I don't really love Tom Brady, but like you gotta respect that he's good at what he does, right? Like, I mean, he is a good player. Didn't really want him to win, but also there was someone from Middletown, like here, that was on the Buccaneers, so that's cool. Someone locally won the Super Bowl, so that's cool.
That's good.
Yeah. My wife told me that there was someone in Middletown. I was like, okay, I suppose I'll root for Tom Brady, even though it makes me feel a little dirty on the inside. So
I wouldn't have minded it so much, but it was Tom Brady and Gronkowski both on the same team again.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. What's next? Fucking douchebag and Jason Witten? Why don't they both come play too?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Anyway. So, Oscar, we wanted to know why you left in addition to where you went to.
Mm-hmm.
No, I left because I had to reboot everything, so, you know.
How did you leave?
Mm-hmm.
Signed out.
Where did you leave?
Nowhere. I stayed in front of my desk.
When?
Well, yeah. When did you leave? Because we didn't notice.
No, after I came back, I was just letting you guys talk because the delay was horrible.
Did you scream?
No.
That must have been hard. How did you ever get through it?
Viagra.
As you do.
As one does.
Power through.
So anyway.
Exactly.
What did you get, Oscar?
No, I wasn't done yet.
Okay,
I just had to mute real quick. Yeah. And I got DX9 Capone. And did I say I got DX9 Drag Strip? Had I gotten him the last time we recorded?
I don't remember, but let's pretend you didn't. So.
Okay, I did. And then, yeah, it was all fun and games.
Very nice.
Oh, and then I got Scaramanga and his little bento box of tapes.
Oh,
like a little sushi lunch.
Bracelet.
I love that figure. It's a good figure.
Who said great?
Hmm?
Who said great?
I don't know.
Somebody said great. You're racist.
So are you getting any of the repaints, the New Age repaints?
No. Fuck no.
You're not going clear?
Probably not. No, yeah. I'm going to get the gold ones and the clear ones. And the black ones and the brown ones.
I can't pass up on the gold for some reason. You know, I had the Magic Square Prime was gold. I got the Megatron. I got the Starscream. I got the Reflector.
Those hips.
You didn't get the hips?
No, I haven't ordered them yet. I haven't had a chance to. And it's
They're
Chinese
like $9.
New Year. Yeah, it's Chinese New Year, so I'm not going to order them from China.
$9 at $45 shipping.
Yeah, from Tony. I'll get 3-day shipping, but he won't ship them until after Chinese New Year.
Chosen Prime doesn't have them? Nobody local has them?
Chosen Prime used to.
I can find.
Doesn't seem like it's something that's sold out, man.
The regular ones. I can get the clear ones. I can get the gold ones. I can't get the regular ones.
Give them gold pants. Like sassy. You know, TF Source has the hips, like $5,000, and they're used.
Probably show up broken.
Condition.
Was that a guy in a cafe? He posted that he spent $600 on a blue Scoria, and it came with repro labels and loose joints. Oh, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean, I asked him a serious question, and he didn't respond, and no one else did. I said, "Do you have corrosion on the horns?" You know, that's really the telltale sign that that's been sitting out on someone's shelf for a long time. Mm-hmm. I mean, the repro labels is weird. And if it wasn't a blue Scoria, I would think that maybe he got the other version of slag that they did. What do you call it? You know, they did that other slag. God damn it.
Cesium salami?
Yeah,
Cesium. You know? But who would put repro labels on like a G2 repaint? That's just like wild. Did you put G2 stickers on it, or did you just put the G1 repro labels on? I mean, people are really like, you know, I mean, the only stuff I've recently seen from TF Source has just been second, you know, what do you call that? Secondary? It's not, I guess it's secondhand with just tremendous markups.
Yeah, they buy you shit. And then they call it vintage.
Vintage.
And then you can't combine it with something that you can't ship it. You can't get free shipping on it because it ships from it always happens to ship from a different place. Like you could order 3 separate packages, brand new items, and they'll ship from 3 different states. Because I guess they have distribution centers or something. I don't fucking know. But you order a new item and a vintage item, and they can't find a way to ship them both together and give you the free shipping. Yeah. Weird. Yeah. I don't do much with them.
I finally transformed my Fans Toys Braun.
Oh, did you say he's finally here?
No. No, I should. I should. I've been afraid to transform my figures. Like anything I transform, I fucking break. You know?
Well, this
I literally break everything, and I'm very upset about it. You know why? Because T2RX6 stopped doing videos. Oh wow! Now I'm hearing myself.
Oh, I got something else. I totally forgot. You know what? It's so easy to forget. I'll tell you what else I got.
Pretty forgettable.
Is it cheese?
No, it's not cheese. I'll tell you after Greg's done. I don't want to interrupt. I'm sorry.
I am done.
Okay, good. So I got, and I totally forgot, because I am either 12 or 16 stages that need to be built for my Ecto 1. But here's the thing, okay? So I had 4 and I've been kind of lazy about it, right? And then that's on me. Then the second set showed up, which included the big giant stand for it to be displayed on. It came in this ridiculously large box, oversized even for the stand. And the stand was in its own box. And then they threw the 3 or 4 issues in there, plus the magazine, plus a tiny-ass little license plate. Somehow, that little license plate didn't fall through the box, but the instruction manual did to build it. And I was like, hey, I would really like to, build this issue. And they're like, oops, sorry. And yeah, so I've been emailing them since the beginning of January to get that issue. And they're like the dude who's been answering, he's been kind of a little bit snarky. I'm like, hey man, I really want to build these issues. And he's like, the status shows that it's shipped. I'm like, okay, so the tracking number you've given me is for the set of issues that came after it. And yes, that's here, but I'm still waiting for the instruction manual. It was just irritating. So, but that finally came. So I have the instruction manual, and now I just got to get off my ass and build it. So.
Well, I think having the stand it's a milestone, right? I mean, because now you can display it even though it's not finished.
Yep. Yeah, I actually ended up buying a table so I could put the stand down and then put the car on top of it. So, or what's made of the car. So.
Stand down.
Do you have any wheels on the car?
Yeah, all 4.
Oh, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, damn. And tires.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest displaying it on the stand with some little tiny cinder blocks underneath it until you have it finished.
Make a crack house style.
That'd be pretty funny. So yeah, so I got that. So I finally can get off my ass and build it. So cool. Oscar?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
What'd you get, buddy?
Got a few things. Buddy Ryan picked up a Studio Series 86 hot rod for me.
Yeah. What do you mean 86? Because the Studio Series is doing an 86 line?
Yeah.
Okay.
So picked him up. Love him a lot. I really feel like he's more of a Rodimus Prime than a hot rod, but it's just my opinion. He is deluxe class size, but it just comes with a bunch of free stuff. So
wait,
accessories.
Is this in addition to the hot rod that we've seen released recently? Is it a different one?
No, it's the same one. It's
okay.
Just, he has a lot of accessories.
But it's the same one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So for Hasbro release, he feels really solid. I really enjoy him.
Looks good.
So,
I mean, it looks legitimately really good.
Yep. Cleans up really nice. He feels solid. I love his little blast effects you can put on his exhaust pipes to hang off his forearms. His guns aren't that bad either. The transformation's fun. It's not too fiddly. Picked him up. I'm really glad. I've been kind of getting into a little knee deep into the Masters of the Universe Origin figures. He-Man. So
who's this He-Man that you speak of?
Yep.
Never heard of it before.
In the Masters of the Universe 4.
Yep. So
now is he any relation to Prince Adam?
I can't comment on that. You'll have to go to the internet.
Did you?
But yeah, I picked. I got a few figures. So I picked up Man at Arms.
Did you get Saltor?
No. I got his female counterpart, Salty.
Did you get Fisto?
No, he's pre-ordered though, and so is Faker. And I picked up Man at Arms. I picked up freaking who else? Trapjaw. I picked up Beastman. I already have a He-Man and a Skeletor and a Battle Cat, so I got a nice little collection going here. So they're not bad for $15 toys. So like composability, I'm happy with them. And that's all I got.
Nice. Very nice. You know what I made last week?
What?
Vinegar pie.
Gross.
It's good. Definitely had that. Like when I was reading about it, they're like, it's kind of like a lemon pie, very similar in taste. And I'm like, it is. So it's not bad.
Yeah,
so, thank you, Greg.
I was trying to find. I thought we could do a segment where recommend a recipe and Justin makes it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Be all down.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something, but I was having a hard time. I was busy today.
Mm-hmm. Well,
sorry, excuse me. I'm warm.
There's always more shows, so.
Are there really, though?
You never know.
I feel like there's a finite number.
Mm-hmm.
But what is something? I'm trying to think of something you've never heard of that you would make.
I recently had angel food cake. That was really good.
Have you never had it before?
No.
What the
It was actually pretty good, man. I'm very happy with it.
I love angel food cake.
I had a Middle Eastern coconut cake yesterday. This lady at work made some and brought me some. Very good. It was made with semolina.
That's nice.
Very good. Very, I don't know how to describe it. It's very pleasant. It all, flavor, texture, everything was very pleasant.
Very nice.
So today's topic, you guys brought it up. I figure it's a good one to talk about.
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you now.
God damn it! You know I've been muted this whole time. I just pulled the Gregors, and you know how much terrible, corny shit I've been saying, and I'm wondering why is everybody ignoring me? God,
yeah, how's it feel? How's it feel when you got some corny jokes to make and no one fucking cares? And
I
you
don't even
know?
have a cat to blame it on. Well, I do, but she sucks. My cat, not yours.
Man, your cat's trash.
Damn
your
it.
cat's trash, Robert.
Bad jokes, I said. Oh. What a shit.
Oh, let's start the show over.
Start over. Oscar, start
3,
over.
2.
Just kidding, Oscar. Don't start over.
We're off to the same
No, I
start.
was just letting you talk. So this week you guys mentioned it. It is, you mentioned the upcoming post of He's Here. So brace yourselves for a lot of posts that have the words, behold, Unicron's here, because that's what we're going to be talking about. A lot of buzz going around with Hasbro's Unicron. The infamous biggest Transformer ever made is finally shipping out, and you guys are more into this than I am, because it just wasn't for me, so I didn't pay no mind.
But that's what's weird. Why don't you like Unicron? Because that is where Hot Rod became Rodimus.
Rodimus, yeah.
In Unicron's
I liked him as a
head.
movie character. I never wanted him as a figure, period. As much as I love that movie, and so has every other member of the fandom, they quote the depth out of it. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't knock the people that buy it. I don't sit there tell them you wasted your fucking money. It's just not my thing. I don't know.
Would you display like Hot Rod and Galvatron in a fight scene in front of like an open Unicron head dio?
Sure.
That would be cool. But
yeah. It's just a head dio. It's not, that's why I kind of sold off all my Titans, because it's like space is kind of scarce and they take up a lot of real estate. And Unicron's a big boy. Even the studio cell, which I think is better looking aesthetically than the Hasbro.
Yeah.
That's a big dude. So I mean, but like I said, it's just not for me.
Yeah, he's not for me either. The Zeta one's just way better looking. So mine is already sold and spoken for. Actually, I the person who purchased it, I made them pay half of it up front, so they don't back out, and then the other half when we get the shipping notice. So, and I had it changed so it just ships right to them, so it's fine.
You gave it to them for retail?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't want it, so.
You fool!
You fool!
You know, I thought that I could maybe make more, but like I'm not positive that's gonna happen either. So I'm like, I just want my money back, and I'm good. I can walk away from it, and I'm happy. So.
Well, it's being shipped to you, though, right?
No, I'm shipping it to them. So I mean, as long as I get that money right before it ships, I'm fine, because I can just tell Hasbro to change the shipping address again. So.
What happens if they don't have the money, so it gets shipped to you? Are you going to insist that he or she pay the shipping to have it sent to them?
Yes, that was the original plan. Is that if it was coming here, they would pay the shipping to go from my house to theirs, and then when we discussed it, and this person has good feedback in the cafe, and I don't really have any worries about them, but when we discussed it, it's like, well, we could just ship it right to you, save you the shipping cost, save me the hassle of getting the thing shipped, you know, and that's like one less stage for something to break on it in shipping. So
it's a cafe person.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know who it is. Just
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know who it is. Just.
Is it Diggler or Diggler?
No. It is not.
I wonder if he still listens to us.
Is that KC Japan guy? What's his Tokyo KC? What's his name?
Oh, KC Masterpiece.
So, what
God,
if this person says, "I don't have the money yet"? How long are you willing to hold on to it until he or she pays you?
Not that long. So
you'll just give them their money back and then sell it for $1,200.
Yep. So that's all I would do.
You're gonna charge a restocking fee?
Maybe. So
yeah. So there are some issues with this release, though. They've already popped up. The nerd rage is fresh and fervent. The armpits are sweating. The swamp ass is mounting about some of these discrepancies between what was advertised and what is the final product. So apparently the face, right, he has a swappable face, a battle-damaged face, and a regular face. Mm-hmm. I thought they were going originally with just a mustached face and an unmustached face, but it's a battle-damaged and a regular. But the teeth, the lower jaw is part of the head, right? So under the face. And the teeth are blue. So his upper teeth are painted silver, and his bottom teeth are blue. I think that looks terrible. I mean, I mind that a lot more than the other discrepancy, which is his planetary maw, right? His fleshlight hole is blue with yellow teeth, where in the advertised images it was all yellow. And then the other issue is his hands. They were shown as painted silver, and now they're just plastic with like blue palms. So people are pretty upset. They feel that Hasbro kind of pulled a fast one. They said it's a premium figure, and then they went and got cheap with some of these, the paint.
I mean, none of you guys sounds like classic Hasbro. I agree with what you're telling me. So
sounds like classic Hasbro and classic fandom.
Mm-hmm. Are you getting, Greg? Are you getting this?
No, I aborted that real quick.
I'm getting.
I just knew I had my some bells are going off.
I'm getting it.
Like, I don't think I should do this.
What's weird to me, it's like. Not only, and I knew this in the beginning, I knew this thing was just a shell former. It's a giant shell former. Mm-hmm. It is a big chug. That's what this thing is.
Yeah.
But the head is not integrated into the transformation. Wait,
it's not.
Really?
Yeah, the head.
Hey, Oscar, do you have your phone near your mic or computer?
You did.
Okay.
Why?
Because when you do, it actually makes static on our side. So, yeah.
So, apologies.
No biggie.
So, that just I mean, I can't complain, but at the same time, I want to, because I'm like, okay, look, the thing's a fucking shell former where his arms just fold up, his legs fold up. The biggest annoying thing about the transformation is the panels, and the fact that you've got to really force these joints because they're really stiff and the pegs are really strong, which is good. But the head, like, if you have it in planet mode, you have to also have the head on a display stand or put it in a box. And it's like, really? This huge fucking basketball that half of the mass of it isn't even part of the actual bot? It's just Pringles everywhere? And you couldn't find room to put the head?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've always felt like a lot of their updates and stuff that they've given have been a little bit questionable, right? Like, they haven't really shown that much about it. They've shown some of the details, which, like, one thing that I backed out is, like, I looked at it and I'm like, whoa, like, look at his hands. Like, I can't, like, he has like basic finger articulation. He has the same articulation that, like, their Titans Devastator has, and this guy's bigger than that. Like, that's inexcusable, Right. Like, I don't know. So, like, there's so many reasons to just be like, no. And that's ultimately why I backed out, because, like, I could not in good consciousness keep it in my house knowing that it was, like, almost a $700 toy, like, no. So, yeah.
The impact of planet mode on a display is really impressive. I mean, it's your centerpiece in planet mode. Mm-hmm. But that's an expensive ball.
It is an expensive ball, and like, it is. Yeah, it's a big piece, and it's gonna have an impact. But, like, at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, I don't have the room for it to just kind of sit there. Like, I don't know. There's just it definitely just didn't sit well. So.
I just think I wonder, like, when I first saw the images of what was actually being released with the blue inside the mouth and the unpainted hands and the blue teeth, I wondered if there was a factory fuck up, right? And if that's the case, it's like, oh, well, fuck everybody. I saw somebody made a mention. I couldn't tell if they actually knew or not, but apparently they chose to go with the blue-gray in the mouth because there was paint rub. And then somebody else said, why couldn't they do orange plastic? And then somebody else said, because it's weaker. I'm like, is everybody just speculating? I mean, isn't there a chance that they forgot to paint some sprues? Yeah,
I think that's possible.
I don't know if they forgot to. I think they were looking at, they probably just cut a step out. Both for budgetary, they probably were cutting it close, and they cutting it close on time and money, and they decided to make some cuts. Because, I mean, how long? I don't know. I was gonna say how much time. I mean, how much are they really saving? Like, not painting a sprue, but then, I mean, you look at big companies, and they will close entire stores down versus giving their employees like a $3 an hour raise. So, I mean,
if any of you guys were getting this, would you make the effort to paint these parts?
No.
Probably.
I wouldn't do it simply because if I wanted to turn it around and sell it, I feel like it'd be harder to convince someone, because that's always one of those things. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a job you do. Someone's like, well, this is not original, so I'm going to lowball the shit out of you, Like, it could be perfect.
They'll turn around and bitch because it's not painted.
Exactly.
So you're telling me, Justin, that the Armada Unicron that they released years and years ago has better hand articulation than this Mammoth that they made recently?
Yep. I can see if I can find pictures of it. Because they showed the production pictures way back. Way back when? Let me see.
It looks like the thumb ball joint's placed oddly, so it doesn't make a nice fist, and it just has like 3 points of articulation in each finger, but it's just straight up and down.
Right, it's forward it's forward and back.
There's no splay.
Yeah, zero splay on it. That's exactly what I saw too. So
You can't display without splay.
Mm-hmm.
Now that figure, you want to have his hand out. He's reaching, not just like looking for a high five.
Right, exactly.
Got,
hello.
You know what figure's got pretty good hands? Studio Cell.
Oh yeah, Studio Cells, and I don't know why people crap on it, and I don't get it. There's nothing bad about that
because
figure.
they missed the boat.
I think it's still available.
They missed the boat, and they've put their money on Hasbro's, and they don't want to be wrong.
Well, good thing.
All right, Oscar. I cannot find the exact image where they showed it when they broke it down. Like, look at all the stuff, the close-ups, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. But here is an image of his hand, and you can see. Let's see, come on, link post. You can see on that image that all it's got is rotation, no like outward splaying of the hand. And then like you tie it all in, like honestly, there's stuff on here like all these details, and like you still have like the waffleage going on and things like that in certain areas. I'm like, come on. His hand, I believe if you actually open his hand, I believe that's all waffles on the inside. Like, he doesn't have solid fingers. They're open there. They have waffling in their figures. Like anywhere they could save a penny, they've saved that penny. So,
which is, I can see them doing that with a just general release, but this is a big deal. This was supposed to be a high end. Okay, it's still a chug, but at the same time, it's supposed to be like quote unquote premium, like their barge, where there was significant attention to detail with the paint apps. And the fact that it's just a shell former, come on, you can't argue really well. It's not a strong argument that, well, some of that cost went into engineering.
Yeah,
because
it didn't.
It's a shell former. Zeta had to have costed more to engineer, to design than this, because Zeta is not a shell former. So that was much more complicated than this. So where'd the money go? I mean, it's supposed to be premium. What's premium about it? This isn't the barge. So to save a penny, they've undermined the entire value of the line of their crowdfunded HasLab stuff. People now are asking, what about the Razor Crest? Oh my God, I hope they don't do this, quote unquote, with the Razor Crest. So they are actively damaging the value of this brand, of this little sub brand, just to save some money on paint. How is that not short-sighted for a company to do? How are you serving your stockholders as a corporation? You're supposed to be looking at the big picture and looking at profit and growing value for your shareholders. How are you doing that? Nobody realizes that it undermine their value? That faith and confidence in the product would...
It's a very strange decision on their part, definitely. And, when you, I don't know. A lot of these things, I just don't get the crowdfunding nature of them, especially things like the Razor Crest, that's something that would have sold just fine if it released it at retail, So, I don't know.
It seems to be rather than hey, we will engage in this endeavor if we have backers to commit. But it doesn't really come off like that, we will give you this super premium product, but we need backers. Instead, it's just well, we don't want to spend all this money unless you buy it first. It's a subtle difference, but it's a big difference. And it's okay, well, we got the buyers. Roll out the trash. You bought it. Here you go. Here's what we're giving you. I mean, even one of the fucking what was it? I forget what Benchmark. One of the Benchmark accessories was the little Galvatron and Hot Rod. And okay, that's cool. They're really small, but they're literally just cast plastic. That's it.
Yeah.
How is that premium?
And I don't mind. I don't mind the cast plastic Galvatron and stuff like that if there was more that went into the actual main figure. I don't know. I feel like you just shortcut it on a bunch of things. the engineering, like you didn't like, come on. Yes, engineering went into this, but like, again, it's a shell former, so he like curls up and then you fold the shells into place. Like, how much engineering is that? Like, you cannot argue that more engineering went into this figure than Zeta. You can't. It's, like, I mean, you can argue it, but you'd be fucking wrong because you're fucking stupid if you're willing to do that. But like the fact that all the shit just hangs off the side, and then like the big thing is like, well, it probably can be removed and that'll make him look better. It's like, yeah, but he still has like indentations on his thighs and shit to accept all those Pringles, like even if you remove it, the damage is done, so.
But it's weird. A lot of the Pringles, they're let's see, the Pringles are held in two places. They don't peg in. One, like the top part of the Pringles, tension on by folding another one of them over it, and then the bottom one has a piece that swings out, and I believe it clips in, just to hold everything close to the leg. But it's not terribly secure.
I thought that looked terrible. I noticed that in a picture today, and I was like, they just fucking layer. They layer
literally
there.
Just layer and lay there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a fucking like a nacho.
I mean, you're gonna have breakage. People handling it and trying to move the leg and bend it and stuff, they're gonna be inclined to grab by the biggest part, which is really the lower leg, which is actually just a ton of little parts that aren't secured. So you're gonna be putting pressure on all these little joints that hold the Pringles together. I can't imagine they're not gonna snap.
He's also flat out doomed if it falls. So
one of these videos
go ahead.
No, one of the videos had the Unicron's, it was a blooper, had him standing without his stand. Somebody had to answer the question like, yes, it's so good to see he stands without the stand. But on the blooper reel at the end of the video, he's standing there, and he almost shelf dove backwards. Like his hips failed. And it was brand new out of the box. And they ran and caught it at the last minute. I mean, that's fucking bullshit. I knew that was going to happen. I mean, he's got all that mass on his upper back.
No, he can't, like if you can get him to stand without the stand, there's like probably going to be one pose. Like, you're not posing this guy in any way that's going to look interesting without the stand. Just not going to happen.
I kind of feel like this is one thing that should not have been made.
Not like this. Not like this.
Not like that, they don't. Not like
you just
this.
quote the Matrix?
Yes.
Oh, I just quoted Ninja Turtles on top of that.
Not like this.
And honestly, like the Razor Crest and stuff like that, like I would love to know like the people who back the Razor Crest, like and I mean, granted, the Razor Crest could come back, or a new Razor Crest could come back in next season of Mandalorian. Spoilers if you haven't watched it, then too late. But it got blown up into this second season, so like, how many people are just like upset about like, well, I pre-ordered this ship that now just doesn't exist in this universe anymore? Like, I don't know.
Well, the barge got blown up.
Yeah.
So did the Death Star. Both of them.
Yeah.
What about Alderaan? You don't want an Alderaan?
Yeah, you know me.
So I posted in the chat a photo of the Armada Unicron. And it's not the best ones. The one I could find that focused on his hands a little bit, they do show, compared to what Justin showed me, they show that they're actually better hands than what the actual HasLab Unicron is going to look.
The real problem is, right, that Unicron you just posted, the hands are what they are, but they look like one unit. The HasLab hands, from the palm view, they look like an assembled hand. You know what I mean? They just don't. They're not cohesive with the coloring. See if I can find something.
Oh, good thing you only ordered 3 of them.
I got one. HasLab Unicron. Unboxing.
So he fell back, almost shelf dove backwards.
So one of the reviews was from Geek Culture, I think. Was it?
Right.
And
Geek Culture. I've seen that article float around.
It was ASMR. Like, they thought it would be cool to do an ASMR video. And this guy is so fucking creepy. Like, I thought it was... I knew it couldn't be just me. I look in the comments, and people are like, ew. Like, he's wearing these gloves, and he's, like, molesting everything. He's molesting the box, every single tip. He's flicking the tips like nipples. Like, it's just horrible.
We'll call this city downtown, yeah.
It's like, dude, it's a fucking chug. You don't need to act like you just got mailed a giant golden nugget. You're like, this isn't that amazing for you to be having sex with it on screen.
Yeah.
No one wants to see your little fingers tippy tap on it. But another thing I wanted to comment on was the beginning of the transformation from planet mode to bot mode. Like when you unpeg the top left and top right quadrant and fold it out, all of those Pringles that clip together to form a quadrant, all of that math is attached to an armature by one pin that's attached to the main core of the bot.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, I know you've been doing some behind the scenes to get a special guest on the show. Do you think he'd get on here after his Hasbro Unicron shows up?
We can ask him.
I'd love to know the opinion. No, I don't want him on here for that, because I feel like it's going to make me angry. So
Fuck his opinion. Fuck his opinion.
I already know his opinion on the Zeta Unicron, which I respectfully, completely disagree with. So
He's got the worst opinion.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me ship these hands.
I had a teacher back in middle school who used to tell everybody their opinions were wrong, and that teacher has stuck with me for a very long time. I'm like, it's an opinion. It can't be wrong. But I love the fact that this guy would be like, what's your opinion on this? And you give it, he'd be like, well, your opinion's wrong. I'm like, I think that's an amazing teacher. His name was Dick Richards. I'm like, so your name is basically Dick Dickards,
Here, there's a picture of the inside of the hand.
Even his parents didn't like him.
That's the inside of the hand.
Yep. And see all the fucking waffles? Like, that's not a premium toy. Like, you could have filled one like you could have left this hollow and still put a layer of plastic on top of it with a single screw holding it in place or something like that, and made it feel so much more premium than this.
Could have hired some dudes from Florida to nail a piece of plywood over the palms.
Yeah, congratulations. You fed the third party company that you seek to stomp out by basically, giving filler kits that people are gonna buy for their Unicron now. Good job. So
and like when you've got hands this size, I mean, I'm no engineer or toy designer, but I've just noticed when you get to a certain size, certain what's the word? Like not weakness, flaws become more obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So hands, it becomes very obvious. Like look at the next photo of his hand. It's weird. The thumb is placed oddly. It's fucking weird. It doesn't look good. And something this size, those hands really matter.
Mm-hmm. Is his thumb?
Maybe Keith will bust out.
Is his thumb always on top of the hand like that? Like it doesn't even look like that shit swivels around in any meaningful way.
No, it can go in and out in terms of towards the it can swivel on that axis. I guess you'd call that the y-axis, and then it's on a ball joint. But it can't go further towards the his wrist. You know what I mean? It can't fold that way anymore. It's locked in on a hinge there where it is. So it's like in a weird place on his hand.
Yeah.
So you can't pose him as if he's powering up like a Dragon Ball Z SH figure art.
I'm pretty sure you can, but the fists probably look weird doing it.
Yeah.
Like they focused on that shape being a cube so that it fits up his forearms. The two reviewers I saw, or at least one of them I saw, was loving the fact that the hands transformed like in the movie. That's what mattered to that person, not how the hands look when they're finally out. I don't know, man.
This is definitely one of those to each his own type of addition to their collection.
Would you get repro labels for this? Like, if you had bought it, would you put repro labels on it?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What about you? What do you think, Justin?
No.
Would you?
No, not anymore. So my repro labels are strictly faction symbols anymore. I don't like repro labels really anymore. They just like a lot of them don't stick. You know, like anything that's more than just like a quarter in size, like it won't stay on. Like at some point it's gonna peel off. So
yeah. And then leave a residue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even do faction symbols. I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm marring it, you know, because I'm not very precise. I can try my best, but it's off.
And faction symbols, like, you know, in reality, a faction symbol, like, it's just kind of a little bit silly feeling, you know, like they know what side they're on, like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put a big Autobot logo right on my chest, like, well, Optimus Prime probably knows which one's Bumblebee, and that he's on his side, you know. I don't know, whatever, it's fine. But that's all I can put on anymore. Like every third-party symbol or figure I have, like not every third-party figure. If there's a third-party figure that slapping a Autobot logo on it makes sense, I'll put it on. But like, I can't stand when it's like the hood, the roof of the car becomes their chest, and it's like, so I'll slap. Like cartoon had that faction logo right on the center of his chest. I'm like, well, now that looks stupid in vehicle mode, you know? Like, no. So things
You're
like
not really
that won't get that.
in disguise, are you?
Yeah.
Robots in disguise, except for the giant sign on the chest that says what faction they're with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing that's weird to me, and it's so funny now, because like, how can I complain about this? But you know, it does have some paint. It has some color. You know, I don't know what's paint, if it's just colored plastic. I don't know if any of it's painted, but his abdomen appears to be painted.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, it's coming off to me as that Attack on Titan. Is that it, with the meat giants?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's
That's
just
exactly
got like...
what you're talking about.
It looks like a raw meat gut. Why? Oh, boy. And I don't know how accurate it is to have the spiky bits trailing off his shoulders. You see
I don't remember that in the movie. It's possible. So
I don't think he did. And it's like they're just belts. They're rubber belts. That's what they are. They're rubber. And it's just cheap.
So no, he does not have them. He just has the wings coming down.
So that's fucking cheap. That's fucking cheap. They were just like, you know what? Here's some fucking kibble on top of the kibble. You're not just getting Pringles. You're getting some fucking fruit roll-ups.
We also couldn't do anything with these pieces, so we put them right here for you guys to enjoy.
That's crap. I mean, I don't think I'm going to transform him because I don't think it'll survive the transformation with me.
What?
I don't think it will. I think I'll break it. I think you're going to see a lot of breakage on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know I break it.
I'm looking forward to the post of like, does anyone have an extra peg that goes on this city on this part of Unicron?
Are you gonna see like a post like, I know this is a long shot, looking for a Junker Unicron arm. Anyone have a Junker HasLab for a reasonable price?
I'm not paying more than $25 for it. It's just a fucking arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Or someone ordered that from Big Bad Toy Store or something, they're going to want to know why they can't get a replacement.
Right.
Or why they don't have parts available.
You're not going to get replacement parts. I don't think anybody will. That's why I think as an investment, the best bet is to leave it in planet mode because value will only go up. Transforming it, the first two steps, when you're just unpegging each quadrant, it's all just on a pin, you know, in each place. And I'm sure people are going to snap it off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling it now. Pete, you're going to see posts of, this is why you don't ship things not in a bigger box. This came like this. The quadrant of the globe was just in the box broken. No, it wasn't. You broke it. You know? It looks like it's going to snap.
Mm-hmm. It probably will.
They have them in Malaysia.
I'm an expert in toy design, So hear me when I say this should not have been shipped like this. The tolerances are shit. I'll be right back. I gotta get back to the fry station.
You think this will turn anybody off of Hasbro?
No.
No, because I still think that the people who are in on it and like super love it, they're the fanatical ones. You know, like they're the people who can't see, you know, why they shouldn't like it or what the problems are with it. Like they refuse to see that. So
they won't either. Like you could have all the evidence in the world and they just won't see.
Yeah, they won't listen.
So
how much is Metroplex right now?
How much was it, or how much is it right now?
Now.
I don't know, like $8,000.
Let's see. Let's go to sold. Sold items.
How far off was that?
You know, I think I should off my Titans Return Metroplex because honestly, I like to make toys Utopia. I have more than I like the Titans Return one, and he would look better next to Titans Return. Whatever the fuck his name is, Triptychon.
Wow, this is really wild. Huge swing. Here's one as cheap as $250, and then another one $700. You know, and then the mid range is $400 to $500, $500 to $600. You know, it's all sold this year. So people are willing to spend $500 on Metroplex. So they would spend $600 on Unicron and be happy. See, I think Metroplex is a cleaner bot, obviously, because you know his alt mode is just him sitting down.
Yeah.
See, Utopia is beautiful, and Utopia comes at little minifigs, but they like took an angle on it because they're not going to have any paint. They made them like holograms. They made them like little clear figures, which is kind of cool. You know, I don't know.
So the general consensus, how long do you think before we see either posts about it breaking or someone trying to sell it for $2,000? Because I've seen the eBay post already.
Yeah. You're going to see, I mean, we already see those, but the breakage ones, I think we're going to see them not admitted to being broken, but having arrived broken at that armature. I just know it. It's one pin for each quadrant. I mean, just like that, people complain about the X-Transbot's Menasor. Apparently, what is it? His lower leg is connected by one screw. I don't know. That's what I saw. So naturally, it's a breaking point if you're not aware and careful. So if you're trying to muscle these panels because they're all clipped in tightly, not realizing that under it is a long armature that's not terribly strong, that's attached to the inside of the planet by one pin, you can fucking snap that thing. Mad easy. You've got tons of leverage there. People are going to say, though, they're going to lie and say it broke in shipping and arrived like that.
Mm-hmm.
It arrived with the quadrant off.
Mm-hmm. I still want $1,200 for my time and money. I'm hooking you up. This is a great price, bro.
Well, and then conversely, think about when some rumor gets out that there's going to be a Fans Toys Unicron, and people are like, how much is it going to be? Like $2,000, and then someone will be like, well, why would you spend $2,000 on that one when you could just get the Hasbro one for $700? And then it just turns into this whole new like escalation and of bullshit.
Do you guys
in my head I was thinking that was a lot clearer than it sounds when I say it out loud, but I know what I mean. That's all that matters.
Right.
Do you guys think that some of the discussions that happened during the HasLab Unicron phase when they were trying to raise funds, how quick the conversation devolved from it being a decent debate to people being labeled as pores because they didn't, because people were they just didn't want it and they thought it was stupid or whatever the case. Do you think that was
happened? No, it was stupid because like there's no excuse because if you did not want to spend 600, you could spend 250 and get the Zeta.
Right.
Like there really was nowhere to go. You can get a really cool Unicron for about a third the price, maybe half.
This one's bigger.
Right. But I mean, there were options. There were options. And it was almost like I feel like the criticism became back to the old school third party versus official, where it was like the people who were in on the Zeta faction, Zeta side of the argument were basically kind of making fun of the official collectors as like being in a cult where they'll accept anything for any price just because it's official. And then you had the people who were buying the HasLab who were kind of shitting on the size of Zeta or how the planet mode looks bad, which I don't think it looks bad, but crapping on it. And then when it came out and the reviews came out, people really shat on the planet mode. But it was almost like that old school third party versus official, like back and forth.
Or kind of like the discussions of MP10 and MP44 when that was coming out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like MP10 was cheaper, and it still is, and MP44 is more expensive. And I guess I don't know. You couldn't I don't think there's much of an argument that MP44 looks better than MP10. You know, but I think there's a very strong argument that Zeta Cell Unicron looks better. Like if they were both the same size, who would pick the HasLab? You know, if they're the same size. In fact, Zeta, they might as well come and double the size of it. Just release it in bigger size. Charge $500-$600. Go ahead. They should have done it from the beginning.
Make different flavors. Make a Voyager size.
Yeah. Like just add L's to it. Did you get the cell with 3 L's? No, I got the cell with 1 L. V.
Oh, the triple XL.
The triple XL. There you go.
Yeah, the triple XL.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen all the videos on fans on that cell figure. I think it's aesthetically speaking, it's fucking beautiful.
So much of these figures.
I think it cleans up so well. And what really kind of draws me away from when I look at the images of Unicron is like the absurd amount of detail on him. Like I get it, he's a planet. He needs that, but it's like I don't know.
At what cost? At what cost, Oscar?
You almost lose the sense of his intended size by being able to see the detail. Because if you're far away enough to see Unicron in robot mode, you really shouldn't be able to see his details.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
You know?
It was one thing like in the film when they landed on him and you saw this absurd amount of detail on his body, but the way this, and I'm not knocking those that bought it and are looking forward to get it. You know, I'm not shitting on this thing. It's just not for me, but I'm just saying it looks pretty fucking ugly. So.
I can't imagine anybody just in a closed universe, right, without the idea of being able to resell it, right? Because that's always our justification. You know, it's, I can sell this at $1,000 right now. So you feel fine for the fact that you spent $600 on it. But let's say that didn't exist. Would you sit there and look at this thing and say, $600. Yeah, money well spent. No, who the fuck would?
This was a good investment.
This is good. I'm glad I bought this. My first car was cheaper than that.
Yep, mine too. My first car was the price of Zeta Unicron.
Yeah, I think mine was like $250. Yeah, I had an '81 Mustang with bald tires, like the mesh. I didn't know there was wire mesh in tires. Well, there is. It had no heating core. I mean, this thing was bare bones, and I was a cowboy in it. And when I destroyed it on the highway, I didn't fucking care because it was $200.
Excuse me.
But yeah, there's going to be shelf dives. I mean, there's going to be some funny shit going on. So I'm going to hold on to this thing. I'm not going to transform it. I'm contemplating not even displaying it. Just keep it in that box, you know. And unless I had a real good display room. Otherwise, I would display this on some type of plinth. You know, it requires like a statue stand.
Mm-hmm.
and it needs to be some type of centerpiece, like in the corner of a room or something. It's an impact piece in planet mode, but that price is fucked up. Oh, and you know what's funny? I noticed this, and it's a nitpick, but it bothered me. In the videos, they show that's not the Autobot Ark, right? They're calling it the Ark. That's not the Ark. That's the ship that they escaped in. You know,
Planet of Junk.
Yeah, that's not the Ark.
No.
So, but they have that.
They escaped Autobot City in it, and then they crash land on Planet Junkion.
Right.
Because they got damaged by Galvatron and Cyclonus and them. So, yeah. But they'll call it anything just because, you know, they know more. They're geek culture, right?
That Autobot ship, you get a miniature version of that, too, to display with his head and Galvatron and Hot Rod. But it's not even scaled right. Like, Galvatron and Hot Rod are way too big for that spaceship.
Yeah, that ship flew through his eye, remember? No, that was the Quintesson ship.
See, the scale's all off. The scale is just way off because Galvatron barely fit through his eye, but then they have a spaceship going through his eye. Everybody's fucking skull fucking this guy. Oh, God. But, I mean, it's just weird. It's like, okay, yeah. It's like it's a nitpick, but it's that kind of attention to detail you kind of want if it's premium. Mm-hmm. Like, I want statue-level attention to detail. Like, sure, to a certain extent. You know, obviously, if it was a fucking statue, it would be 2 times the money. But, so, okay, give me less attention to detail. But this isn't half the attention to detail you get with a statue in terms of proportions and, you know, love, paint apps. It's not. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting it. I just think there's... Just like I've never transformed my Fans Toys Forager because he only goes up in value, not breaking. As other people transform theirs, they break them, you know, and mine becomes more valuable because of it. So I'm pretty sure people are going to start breaking these planets, and unless they fucking do it a re-release, which is going to be bullshit if they do, you know, this thing's only going to go up in value, but... Unlike the barge, though, I can't see people spending $2,000 on this thing. You know, I think $1,200 is kind of like the max, the FOMO price people are willing to pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, and that's definitely is a possibility that it goes up in price. Yeah, I hope so. I hope for anyone that kind of was hoping to take that gamble and get it. I hope that's what happens. So,
but I mean, look, if you look on eBay, we go to HasLab Unicron right now. HasLab Unicron. Let's go. Wow. $1,749, $1,995, $2,500, $1,900, $1,999.
Are these sold prices?
I was just looking at listings.
Well,
let's see. I mean, they'd just be selling their pre-orders, I guess. But let's see.
Because I feel like you can have these ridiculous things and you're hoping someone's going to bite on it. You know, the question is, what are people
sold.
actually paying?
$1,225.
Huh.
$1,299, $1,200, $1,720, $1,499.
Well, good job.
$1,699, $1,499, $1,299, $1,499, $1,900, $1,600, $1,499. Wow.
Well, I guess I got out of mine too early. So
this is like Tesla stock, man. Holy shit. Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
See, but I can't. I just don't want. Another reason I never sell anything is because I don't want to be bothered with the hassle. You know, if you fucking sell this, there's a huge chance you're gonna get played, lose your Unicron, and not get paid.
Yep.
On
eBay.
Something else.
What?
Proto Man just posted this one. Oh, he posted it 8 hours ago, but he still posted it. Blah, 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 blah. Even the little minifigures, they even skimped out on those.
Huh?
So this is what the prototypes or the design and everything look like, and then the final product is to the right. So this is what they sold you. And then this is what they gave you.
Yeah, but he can soar now on his bat wings.
He's a fucking flying squirrel.
Wow.
Who needs the nemesis when
That is horrible.
He just ate Scourge.
Wow.
That's unacceptable.
It's totally unacceptable. Like, that's why I just knew. I knew. But, you know, we all make questionable choices with our money, right?
I mean, it's a gamble, though. Selling this kind of thing on eBay, what are the chances you're not going to get scammed? You're more likely you're going to be scammed as a seller than you are to actually have a legitimate sale for this. And what if it's damaged en route?
Well, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them.
That's why I'd only want to, if I ever sold something like that, it would be to a reputable person that I'm friends with, and it would be at a steep discount, you know?
I would only sell it to a fan bro, but then I'd have to sell it for fan bro price.
That's crazy. JL's got to up his game, man, because he's been like teasing people like, I'll sell you mine for $19.95. Well, that's the going rate, dude.
Yeah.
You got to save $4,000 now, man.
Oh, somebody's got to come along and make some corny Ollie's Photoshops.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Just picked them up for $75 at Ollie's. Word. Lancaster, PA.
That's a JL thing. JL's got to do that. Right now, don't do it. I'll tell him Greg said. Greg said you have...
Wait, what did Greg say? You're away from your mic there, buddy.
You have to do your obligatory...
No.
Ross? Was it Ross?
No, it was Five Below. Or Ollie's.
Ollie's. Ollie's Photoshop with the Unicron box. Oh, God. And I love when people just get suckered in. Oh, God. Oh, God. They have 2 here. Anybody want one? I'll wait here with it.
Here for the next 5 minutes. Hit me up right now. Be PayPal ready.
Bro, $25? Bro, wait, fam, wait, I'll pay you on Friday. Fam, pick it up for me, bro. Thanks, fam. You're a real member of the community. Thanks, fam.
That's what's up. That's
people.
What's up.
That's my people.
That's my fams in them, bro. Word.
Ollie's. Oh, God. And it's funny because these figures come out far enough apart that people will forget about the Ollie's Photoshop. Oh, God, please.
JL just needs to take a photo of himself outside of it, holding the actual Unicron box. Just picked it up at Alley's, $50.
No, he'll just stand outside with his hands out and then Photoshop the picture of the box into his hands. And then people be like, bullshit, let me see your receipt. Wait, let me see the sticker on the box. And that's when you know you got them. Oh, God. Oh, boy.
That's some good shit. I remember that. Was it with... Didn't Eddie Dustmetz do that with Siege Omega Supreme?
Did he?
I think he did, yeah. He did like obligatory Photoshop outside of an Ollie's with a Siege Omega Supreme.
That was a funny Photoshop you did about Dust, by the way, Greg.
No.
I like the first one. The second one was creepy.
Neighbors.
Oh, man.
I had to see a lot of things I didn't want to see to find that picture for the second one, too.
I just remember the second picture.
With the guy with the bottle?
He was holding his Yingling between his legs so he could take the picture.
Like, he's like, I don't have no shades here, man. Greg's like, oh, yeah? Here you go, motherfucker.
Well, let's just say there wasn't originally a Yingling bottle there in that picture. So, yeah, I saw some things I didn't want to see.
Well, your choice of beer, though, it revealed.
Well, that's what he was drinking in his profile picture. That I cut the face from.
Oh, good shit. Good shit. But yeah, I think we've touched on that Unicron subject. General consensus is I hope everyone enjoys their Unicrons. I hope they don't ham hock their Unicrons. They don't do ASMRs with their Unicrons. Jesus Christ.
If you got it, I hope you're happy.
Looking forward to the comedic posts of Yep, I hope you're happy. I really hope you don't post looking for a spare right arm because someone thought they buy themselves a $700 junker figure. Although I will be waiting for those like $400-500 posts on eBay from the scalpers that bought one and tore it apart.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're
like
gonna see.
Metroplex and
I can't wait to see the posts on eBay, or I can't wait to see the people who get scammed, because they found one on eBay from a Chinese seller or something like that.
$150?
No, it won't even be that. It'll be just the retail price like I had asked for mine. Like that'll be what they're like, I got one. And then, they'll get scammed out of that one. So, yeah.
Scalpers.
You get that
and then
every
they'll just
time.
get a necklace in the mail.
Just snagged a Unicron for retail. And they post the eBay listing, and people are gonna be like, "You idiot! That's why prices are going up with PayPal." Well, they don't use PayPal anymore, right?
Nope.
No, not eBay. Because PayPal is like, fuck this shit.
They're doing like Western Union now.
Yeah, they're back to basics. You gotta send a check.
No, it's COD. Yeah, and it's like the same thing. That is going to happen. That is 1,000% going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll see it cheaper. You're going to see it cheaper, like $150. It's worth the shot. I can always get my money back if I file a claim. Meanwhile, they paid for something that's going to be quote unquote released 6 months into the future.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for the KO.
Yeah, that'll be a thing too, I'm sure. Actually, I think I've already heard there rumblings of that saying that a KO is coming. So.
There may very well may be. I mean, think about it. All the fucking Masterpiece stuff gets knocked off now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So what's to stop anybody from knocking this fucking thing
There's
off?
going to be undersized. There's going to be oversized. It's going to be ridiculous. So
there's going to be shampoo bottle on a giant card in China.
It's going to be great. It's going to be like Robert said. You're going to have a deluxe class version of them, a Voyager class version of him. You're going to have a leader class, and then you'll have Supreme Commander class version of him. It's going to be great, man. I can't wait. And those people are like, you're what's wrong with the community.
Oh, the
buying this cheap, shoddy knockoff shit. Poor.
But that's going to be fucked up, though. People spent $600 on this, and so much of the justification was because of its exclusivity. But this is going to get fucking knocked off. Even if somebody just bought it and casted new crappy molds off of the minimal parts, you could knock this thing off pretty easily. So it wouldn't be that hard. It's just large parts, but it's not many. Maybe unless you count the Pringles, but they're just Pringles. So you're gonna have and they're gonna spend like $250 for it. And then that just will undermine the value of the HasLab. I love my infinite transformations.
They'll just heat press rubber bands to make those ring things.
Ultimate deformation. Yep.
Man.
They're going to be called Unicron or Unicorn.
Horn
Planet
Devil.
Yum Yum.
Planet Horn Devil.
Horn Devil, Space God.
Infinite Transformation.
Chaos Space Lord.
Chaos Arriver.
New from Super Converting Action Robot Series is Chaos Arriver.
Globe Digester.
Whoa, Chaos Arriver
is arriving.
Watching me. Chaos Arriver's arriving in my house. Yeah. Big old grown man with a hipster beard and freaking a top knot. Oh, man. Eat it, scalpers. I got my Unicron. Opens it. It's a fucking 30-pound My Little Pony stuffed animal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Arguably, knocking this off, you probably could easily improve it, which is a shame. You know, add paint apps. You didn't have to spend the $20 to engineer, to design the transformation, paint the teeth. Was that?
Isn't that what they did with MPP10 anyway?
Mm-hmm. Well, they changed the mold slightly to add another vent on his shin to elongate it a bit to make it appear longer. They did add paint apps, and I believe, I can't remember at this point, I know the Voyager one was a lot of die cast in it, and the MPP10, it's sturdy, but it has extra paint apps and stuff. So yes, and then you have an add-on kit to that has LEDs. So I could really see this thing get knocked off, sold for $300, and improved. Which is fucked up. They'll get. I mean, and you know, I wonder how.
Let's go ahead and call it a show.
It's a show.
It's something.
Cheese. No cheese. Say cheese.
I've got some Swiss, and I've got
there's some holes in the story.
I got some blue cheese. I've got some creamy, Havarti, and I have some aged Gouda.
Your house must be ripe.
Well, I don't want to just leave my cheese out uncovered for anyone to steal.
I meant your farts.
We do have a mouse after all.
I meant your farts.
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of that anymore. My insides are more machine than man now.
Well, you're eating all that cheese. Of course your insides are fucking more machine than man.
I actually don't eat that much cheese. I've had that cheese since Christmas.
Oh, that was just cheddar. It wasn't blue cheese until you kept it on the counter for 2 months.
I don't keep blue cheese on the counter, you weirdo.
I keep cheddar cheese on the counter. It turns into blue cheese.
Just haven't had a chance to make Alfredo sauce with it yet.
Blue cheese Alfredo?
Oh, speaking of Alfredo and its deliciousness, be sure to check out our delicious Facebook page at facebook.com/Shattercast Uncut. Follow us on Instagram and, of course, on Twitter. And be sure to check out our friends at Enter the Realm and Nerd Rage Radios. On behalf of me and everyone else here on Shattercast Uncut, we want you, for the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly, especially after this episode. Be good to yourselves and each other, and be good people.
And shut the fuck up.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Shut the fuck up, cheese.